Hey everyone, so I'm back today and I wanted to share a little more personal story about kind of who I was before cancer and then kind of who I am now and how it was a wake-up call for me and a few of the things I did to turn my life around. So yeah, I guess you would have to know who I was before I turned my life around, and that person was a very depressed person full of anxiety. I had been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder and depression, and I was on a medication for that, seeing a psychiatrist. I was, that's my dog in the background if you hear her. But I was depressed, anxious, living in fear about what I was doing with my life. I had just come out of a toxic marriage and been divorced, and I was a single mom now. I didn't know how I was going to take care of my daughter. I had no career. I had been only at home with her, and I was had a lot of fear and anxiety about those things, money, finances, all of it. And I also had some unhealed traumas, one of which was that my first husband passed away in a car accident. And after that is when I ended up in that toxic marriage and divorce. In retrospect, I entered that marriage because it was a lot more fun to fall in love and not deal with a lot of grief and all of the things that came with losing a partner and my daughter losing her father. So I tried to avoid that whole grief thing, but trust me, it does not work when you try things like that, when you're not listening to your soul's calling. And that is exactly what I was doing in my life. To make a long story short, I didn't never, as a child, get the chance to make choices for myself. So when I did, I didn't know how to make wise choices. And well, I made bad choices. Okay, I'm not excusing myself or blaming my parents or anything. I have before in the past, don't get me wrong. But so anyway, I was making bad choices. And so I was in this big, huge negative loop with fear, anxiety. And not to mention, I was at a toxic workplace. And the way I was handling things was by meeting my friends out for happy hour or at parties and hashing it out there and getting advice. And these people I thought were my friends, but they were really just drinking partners. And I didn't understand it. And you could see where my life was in a kind of a downward spiral. And then that's when the point was that I got diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. So thankfully, that was a wake-up call for me. And I knew that choosing the treatment I chose, and that it was going to be a long physical journey. And I knew whether or not I survived, that I wanted to live the rest of my days, however many those were, making better choices and turning my life around, and not wasting any time I had left being sad and depressed and lonely and alone and all those. I didn't want to be in that dark place anymore. So I had to make different choices. I really got, obviously, on my spiritual journey more so. I did so many things to change my life. And none of this happened overnight. It's not like, oh, you get cancer and it's the wake up call and, oh, life's perfect. No, I'm still making mistakes, learning through my choices. But this time I'm making the better choices for me, and I'm not perfect by any means, but I have turned my life around from that downward spiral. Now it's on an upward trajectory, and I did it myself, and I know that if I did it, anybody can do it. And I just want to give hope to anybody on health journey, a journey through grief, whatever it is, that you can do it, and that you are strong, and you're put here on earth to go through these things so that you can help others go through what you've been through. So I feel like that's why I'm here, and I want to give hope to anybody on any kind of journey, whether it's wonderful or you're struggling. You are not alone, even if you feel like you are. So that's my message today, one of hope and hopefully inspiration. And I thank you so much for your time and for being here. And perfect timing, my dog is ready to head outdoors. So thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.